Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Live Bird TV. Well, the season is upon us, and it's counting down the days, and soon it'll be counting down the hours. Really looking forward to this Saturday's match against Leicester. At Leicester City Stadium, the Walker Stadium, King Power as it's now called, against Manchester City of all people. It just had to be them, didn't it? That opened the season that we're about to embark on. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, 30th of July, Saturday, King Power Stadium, Liverpool versus Manchester City. So let's have a little chat and a little review of what we've done so far pre-season. It's been a decent pre-season. Obviously Man United beating us 4-0. Yes, it's just a friendly, but you still want to beat them. That's the only downside, because it's piped them up a little bit. But it was interesting yesterday to see them collapse 2-0 up against Villa, and Gerrard made a few changes and then brought that Bailey on, and when they brought that Bailey on, he ripped Man United's defence to shreds. So they're still quite weak at the back, Manchester United. So I'm not specifically worried about them at all anyway. So it's Man City again, innit? They're our rivals now. When you look at the fixture list now, you look straight for Manchester City when we've got them, and what time we've got them, and wherever it's home and away. It used to always be, especially for me growing up, you always looked at Man United first. I said this a few weeks ago in a video, that it's the first time ever that I've gone to a fixture list to look at it, and the first team I looked for was Man City and Everton. They were the first two I looked for. And then I forgot about Man United. I was like, oh shit, yeah, Man U. And it always used to be Man United. Every single time that I came on, it was always Man United that I looked for first. I went onto the fixture list anyway. So yeah, really looking forward to the season starting. I know it's a Charity Shield and a lot of people are divided in terms of whether they're bothered about it or not. I'm going to categorically say right now that I am bothered about it, and that probably goes back to 2019 when we made the long journey down from Liverpool Lime Street to Wembley. And when we got there, we were bumping into Man City fans that were not bothered whether they got beat, because they wasn't even Manchester City fans. They were just given complimentary tickets free as part of the company they worked for. So that tells you everything that I need to tell you about Manchester City and exactly what type of football club they are. That they have false supporters not even filling their ends, should I say. The chances are the reason why the FA have moved the Community Shield from Wembley to Leicester is probably based on the fact that Man City just won't fill their end. It's not worth it for Wembley. If they're not going to sell it out, they might as well just give it to a stadium that will. So it will be full to capacity at Leicester's ground. But if you wanted to devalue the Charity Shield anymore, then moving it from Wembley has certainly done that. I mean, it's Wembley, 90,000, day out. You've turned it into Leicester, and anyone that's been to Leicester before can certainly tell you it's not anything to get excited about. It's like a third world, in areas it's like a third world country. It's a bit like West Ham away and Bradford City away when I went to them. Jesus Christ, it's like going back 100 years. So yeah, it's not going to be a great day out, but it's a day out more nonetheless. And also it's the curtain call, it's the start of the season. It's the opening sort of fixture, isn't it? So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to the start of the season, of course. The squad, still think we need a central midfielder. Really do think we need a central midfielder. It's just eating away at me a little bit because I'm worried about injuries. And Klopp's even said that. Now, a lot of people said that to me yesterday. Look, Klopp's saying he's not signing anybody else. Yeah, he did. But he also said that if there's injuries or anybody leaves, then we will go in the market. So what Klopp was doing there wasn't saying he wasn't going to sign anybody. He was saying at this moment, as we stand, we're not planning on signing anybody. But football changes. You've got to remember there's so many football clubs this season in this league. This is the most competitive I have ever seen the Premier League. There's so many teams now that can get into that top six. There's so many teams now that can get into the top four. And there's so many teams now that could get relegated. If you have a bad run of games in the Premier League now, you get sucked into that relegation battle. So there's going to be teams that are desperate. Nottingham Forest have come up and spent 100 million. They are absolutely blowing the market out of the water. You'll get sides like Fulham panicking. You'll get sides like Bournemouth panicking. They need this, need that. So I actually think that there's going to be someone coming in for Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think they'll just wait and see how quickly he returns. You've got to remember, the window doesn't shut for another 6-7 weeks. There's ages left. If somebody comes in for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, around 10 to 15 million pound, we will go for a central midfielder, because Klopp has said it in his interview. He has said, we will not go into the market unless injuries or somebody leaves. That was his exact words. And I have been saying that on these videos since I started this channel 2 months ago. I said that Liverpool will get rid of the dead wood first before they bring players in. Now, Mane wasn't dead wood, of course. As soon as he went, Núñez came in. As soon as Nico Williams went out, what happened? Calvin Ramsey came in. So it was like for like, quota for quota. You've got to have the homegrown players, you've got to have signings. You know, Calvin Ramsey's Scottish, he's British, that helps. Mane coming in, foreign player, swap with a foreign player. It all makes it like for like. And that's what I'm saying. Nico Williams was Welsh, British, replaced by Calvin Ramsey, Scottish, British. Mane, foreign, not in Europe. I know it's classed as a foreign signing on Football Manager, so Mane's foreign and a Uruguayan's foreign. So that's exactly what I'm saying. They're fitting the exact quota Liverpool are. So I'm going to say this, and I will keep saying this. We will sign a central midfielder, in my opinion. Now, last time I predicted this, we got it right. And this is when everybody was hammering me with things like, oh, wow, Paul Joyce hasn't said anything. But what's that Italian guy, Fabrizio Romano's not said anything. And this was when it was Thiago. But I just kept on going with my gut. No, we'll sign Thiago. We'll sign Thiago. I just got a feeling we'll sign him. It's too good of a deal to not take. 5 million a year, we structured that 25 million over. So brilliant business. So I believe it's either going to be Matheus Nunes, or it will be, and I've been saying this, we could go back in for Gini Wijnaldum on loan from PSG. Again, who knows? If we got a firm offer now for Naby Keita, would we take it? I actually think we would. If Antonio Conte moves for Nico Barella from Inter, let's not forget it was Tottenham, and I think, yeah, it was Tottenham, wasn't it, that was moving in for Luis Diaz. As soon as they moved in for Luis Diaz, because we wanted him, Liverpool then stepped ahead of them and won the deal. So all I'm saying is, Klopp's got this little list, and he said it yesterday. Are you in for anyone? And he really quickly shot down the interviewer and went, when do I ever tell you anything about my business? You will be not, what was the words he used? You will be told of the result and not the process, was the exact words Jurgen Klopp said to the interviewer. I will tell you of the result of what I'm doing. I will not tell you the process of what I'm doing. So Klopp come out, and again he's playing chess. He's very good at this. This is why FSG, Jurgen Klopp, they all sort of match the same strategy of never look desperate in the market, never ever give away your cards, don't ever show anyone your cards, don't ever show anyone what you're planning on doing, never give away your targets, never give away who you're after, because all that will do will make the seller increase the value, makes Liverpool look desperate, which is increasing the value, and also makes Liverpool look like they're panicking. Liverpool Football Club do not panic in the transfer market. That's a fact. They never have done, they never will do. Calvin Ramsey is back in training and obviously living up this neck of the woods in Scotland now, moving from Anfield. I'm actually keeping a keen eye on this kid, because he hasn't broken to the Scotland national team yet, but a lot of my family go and watch Scotland on a regular basis. So I'm really hoping that he plays some part against Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg, on Wednesday. So I just want to see him, want to see what he's looking like. So once he makes a few appearances for us, he'll break into the Scotland national team, and then I can keep a little bit more of a closer eye on him and let you know how he gets on in the games. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, because he hasn't kicked a ball yet for Liverpool. Again, I think we've got enough strikers. We mean Jota, Firmino, Diaz, Salah, I was going to say Mane there, that's a habit, and Núñez, that's 5, and then obviously you can throw in a Carvalho, let's go on to him. There's been a lot on the internet saying, 2 seconds, just get a drink quick there. There's been a lot on the internet saying, basically, is he's likened to Coutinho, and you know I totally agree with that. He actually does have flashes of Coutinho about him, where he's onto the 1-2s. He's really good on both feet. He gets into them corners and on the left hand side of the attacking phase, and he'll cut in on his right foot, and he's got this dynamic little pass and through balls and stuff. I think we've unleashed a little worldie of a signing there. You know, a potential worldie. Another one of them classic FSG signings where you get him for £6, £7, £8 million, and you increase his value to 70 million within 18 months. So yeah, I honestly, I'm really happy with the squad. Normally I would say yeah, you know, I'm a bit worried about this, bit worried about that. There's only one position I'm worried about, and that is central midfield, and that's based on the fact that if we get Thiago injured, Fabinho or Hendo, we're then down to sort of the bare bones. Or we're going to play this kid that is absolutely brilliant, the Basic, whatever his name is, very hard to say, Basic, Serbian name but a Spaniard, and he is really impressed in pre-season. You just have to say that Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones are above him in the pecking order, but that more or less tells you you've got Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, and this kid Basic, who can play in central midfield. Now Tyler Morton was one of them, but he's going out on loan to Blackburn Rovers. Well, it's literally ready to go. It all depends again on how bad we are for central midfielders by the kick-off in August. So I can't wait for the Premier League to start. I cannot wait. And I'm a football fan first. Liverpool fan all my life. Love the club to bits, but I love the game of football. And I cannot wait to watch the big games. You know, Erling Haaland playing for Man City against Man United. Let's see what he does to them. Chelsea with Raheem Sterling, you know, and also bringing in a couple more big players by the sounds of it on TalkSport. They've got some big signings still to come. Ronaldo, where does he end up? If you listen to TalkSport, Piers Morgan came on the other day and said that he will not play for Man United again and he will stay in the Premier League, and it will surprise you who he goes to. Now, Piers Morgan says he's actually in regular dialogue on text with Ronaldo, so it wouldn't shock me if you've seen Ronaldo go to a Newcastle, or even no, not Newcastle, sorry, an Arsenal, but he wants to play in the Champions League. Chelsea could come back in for him. I can't see Tottenham or Conte getting him, but something's happening, because for Piers Morgan to come out and say that means he knows something. You know, Chelsea I think could do a U-turn and go for him, because they do need a centre forward. So it's going to be weird. It's going to be great to see how Conte's Tottenham do. They've really strengthened Bissouma, Perisic, obviously that twat Richarlison, who I hate. Everton, don't even get me started on them. They are 10 times worse. All right, they signed Tarkowski, who's a great centre back, but they are not as good as they were last season, and they haven't got a striker. Calvert-Lewin, they rave about him. He's got about 6 goals in about 100 games. He's fucking dog shit. So I honestly think that Everton could seriously get relegated this season, because they've never had a good away record in the Premier League. I think they won 1 last season away from home, or 2. They're shocking. I mean, they're still trying to find funders for the stadium. The stadium's being built. The stadium's getting built as we speak. They don't even have anything paid for it yet. That club is shocking. And that protest yesterday was completely embarrassing. Going back to yesterday, that's just brought a reminder for me. Well done, Paddy Pimblett. So proud of you. I fell in love with you as a person. I actually just think there's not many people that I have a massive amount of love for, but he's fell into it. Living in the city of Liverpool, my kids go to school in Anfield as we speak. You know, they're at school in Anfield. They are the best people in the world, Scousers. They really are. They have hearts of lions and hearts of gold at the same time. And I think that them two, Molly and Paddy Pimblett, epitomise what a Scouse person is on each gender. Because if Everton Football Club have had the fight that Molly McCann has, they'd do a lot better in the league anyway, let me tell you that. So that was great last night. Well done to Paddy Pimblett, also for his message for mental health, which I echo. Yeah, I hope you're all finding this group good. It's going to get bigger and bigger. I've just been on YouTube now and checked. The views are flying. They're going up. We've gone from getting 10, 15 views. Don't forget, I only started this 9, 10 weeks ago. We've gone from getting 9 to 10 views a video now to 300, 400 in some of the videos. So the demand's getting higher. I've broke over 1,000 members now, nearly at 1,300, which is fast growth. So can you please keep sharing, keep inviting. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's not gonna bother you one bit. It's not going to cost you a penny. But what it will do is it will help me get the necessary 1,000 members I need. Sorry, not members, subscribers on YouTube for me to go live on YouTube. Now, if I can go live on YouTube, then my network of hitting more Liverpool fans will be massive. It'll be bigger because people could just be scrolling down and see me live, and then they'll like it and subscribe. So back a Liverpool fan. I've never watched UFC in my life. I watched it last night all because of a Liverpool fan, because of Paddy Pimblett, because of him being a Red, and I thought, do you know what? Not really my cup of tea, I don't think. I've never got into it, but I'm going to watch it because there's a Liverpool fan on there that loves the club, that speaks out against everything that we speak out against, like the treatment of Scouse people and the treatment of Liverpool as a supporters network. So I thought I'll watch it, and I fell in love with it. I will never ever miss another one of his fights again, even Molly's as well. So we back each other up as Liverpool fans. We support each other as Liverpool fans. We get behind each other as Liverpool fans. We are a family. End of. So subscribe to my YouTube channel free, because it's doing that. It's just doing the same as what I do for Paddy Pimblett and everything else. You support a fellow Red. It's not going to bother you. Nothing happens. All you'll do is get a slight notification saying Neil McMillan's live. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Simple. Free. What's the problem? So yeah, get doing that. Get sharing the group if you can, and also send loads of invites out to loads of fans. And loads. I want this group massive. My target, and I always give away my targets because I normally hit them, because I got doubts to believe it's up to 15,000. And then we had some sort of virus in where we couldn't get any more members. We were like, I think we were like growing at like 200-300 a week, and then it just all of a sudden just stopped. We couldn't do anything about it. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this one. So I'd like to try and get to, by Christmas, let's say 3,000 members by Christmas. We're currently at 1,200. So let's go. That was quite a low estimation, but let's see. So yeah, going back to Liverpool, obviously, because I'm just going to talk about this channel. Thanks for supporting me if you're doing that already anyway. Really confident this season could be one where we win. I think, like Trent Alexander-Arnold said, we have to win at least one trophy a season at Liverpool, and I think that goes without saying. So let's hope we can get some trophies in the bag again this year. Can't wait for the Champions League draw. I've said it from minute one. I think we're going to get Celtic. I really do. I don't know why. And I started Football Manager 2 days ago, and I'm Liverpool on it, and I rarely be Liverpool. Look at it. This is quite a stupid reason why I don't like being Liverpool. 2 reasons. One, because I don't like getting Jurgen Klopp the sack, because when you take the job at Liverpool and Football Manager, he has to go and find another one. That's fucking stupid, isn't it? But I don't like doing that. And 2, you end up just playing Klopp's team. You just end up literally picking, like if you was picking the best 11 now for Liverpool to start the game against Man City this Saturday, you end up just doing that. So you're more or less just being a supporter rather than a manager on it. But anyway, I picked Liverpool and I got Celtic in my group. So I honestly, for 2 reasons, would love to get Celtic. 1, because I've got family up here that support Celtic and the season ticket holders, and 2, I could go to it. So a bit of a selfish reason. And Andrew Robertson as well, he's predicted it. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I've got a friend who's over with Klopp and the players at the moment in Austria, Chris, my mate Chris, who I used to work for at AFC Liverpool, so hello to him. He's a jammy git. He gets to fly with Klopp and the players and follows them around and that. So I hope you're enjoying Austria, Chris, you jammy git. And hello to everybody else. I'm just going to go through the comments if there is any. Yeah, there is. I'm just going to read through your comments, and if you've got any questions to ask me, just fire away now. It's Sunday, a lot of you will be off work, so fire away. So good morning, Tom, mate. How you doing? Max wearing it. Carvalho is brilliant. Yeah, totally agree. I think he does remind me a lot of Coutinho. I'm not just saying that because it's all over the internet, but I really do rate him. You could choose one more signing. Who would I be having? Nico Barella. That would be my preferred choice. If I was going to go out now and sign a central midfielder for Liverpool Football Club, I'd go for Nico Barella. I watch a lot of Italian football. To be honest with you, I watched Dortmund the other day, and they got beat by Villarreal 2-0, and they were fucking shocking. They couldn't pass the ball. First half they were good. Second half, wow, they were poor, and Bellingham wasn't great. I was thinking, we ain't getting this English hysteria again with an English player, because we seem to get that with Declan Rice. I've never seen Declan Rice do anything Where do people get a £200 million valuation from? I've seen him play the ball left and play the ball right on a few occasions. I've never seen him bend one into the top corner, arrive late in the box and bang one into the top corner. Where do people get a £200 million valuation of Declan Rice from? So I'm hoping that the Bellingham thing, which I think won't be the case because Liverpool don't identify shite like that, or shite targets. I think it could just be I watched him on a bad game. I watch a lot of German football, so I'll watch a bit more in this coming season and give you some more thoughts on that. But Barella, watching him for Inter, he's called the Italian Steven Gerrard. He's number 8, he's central midfield, he pings balls left, right and centre, he can score goals. So that would be my choice, mate, Max. That would be my choice if I could bring somebody in now. I like the look of that. Ishmael Swagadogo from Freiburg. I've never heard of him, you know. I'll have to have a little look at him on FM in a minute. I'll load it up and have a little look at him. FM normally gets it right on ratings. Yeah, I've never heard of him from Freiburg, but thanks for telling me that, Tom. I'll keep an eye out for that obviously on the matches that come on telly, but also when Freiburg next play against Dortmund or something like that. I'll keep an eye out for him. But yeah, so I hope you're all well. And for those that have watched today, get sharing, get liking, get subscribing. It's dead easy. Go on YouTube, type in LBTV and just subscribe. Boom, done. Share on all your platforms you've got, even if you're in other groups. Can you ask their admins if they don't mind helping a fella Red Hat and sharing it? I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm going to get loads of invites out myself, and I'm also going to ask a lot of friends. I've got friends that are running other groups to help promote my group and help build it. Let's get it big. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I don't get a single penny for it because I don't do it for anything other than the love for the football club that I love to bits. And like yourself, and also I just love talking to yourselves about football and Liverpool. It's just I'll do this till I'm dead. That's just how it is. So thanks for supporting me. Get sharing, get subscribing, and come on you Reds Saturday. Cannot wait. Keep an eye out for videos coming this week, previews for the match against Manchester City.